program for today is I went shopping, got my groceries, went to the hairdresser, had my hair done, came home, had a coffee, and now it is time for my giveaway edible Christmas cards. So into the kitchen I go. Let's have a look at what we need. We need 3 eggs, 150 gram caster sugar, 11 grams of baking powder, 150 ml of oil, 500 grams of sieved flour. I always sieve my flour. And the grated lemon rind. Okay, you got that written down? Eggs in the bowl. Add the sugar. Now that caster sugar sometimes a wee bit lumpy, so you've got to give it a good old mix up that the lumps disappear. Well mixed. And for my next trick, the oil. This is a very wet mix to start with. There we go. Now please don't use olive oil. That will not go down well. Well mixed. See that? Lovely. Lovely. Now, before I add my flour and baking powder, I am actually going to sieve my baking powder into the flour and stir it so that it's evenly mixed. There you go. There, that's it. Now just mix the baking powder into the flour. That's really all it is. There we go. Add the flour a bit at a time, probably in 3 stages. Now, as you can see, it's getting tougher and tougher. The flour is absorbing the oil and the eggs, so it's no longer a wet dough. So now I've just washed my hands. I'm now actually going to use my hands to ply the dough with the last bit of flour. Now you think that I've forgotten the lemon, don't you? And I haven't. I have been known to add it when I've just got the eggs and the oil, but lately I grate it, and when I'm ready to roll the biscuits, I actually add it to the dough then. Just whatever you like, really. You can add it during the stirring or after the stirring, just whatever pleases you. So here you have it, the lemon rind, nice and fine, and I'm now going to knead it into the dough. Here's the dough. It's a reasonably square piece, and I'm now going to divide it into 3s. And then I'm going to roll them, not roll them out, I'm just going to make them round and just pop them in the fridge for about a quarter of an hour or so, because it's not sticky, but because of the oil it just has a different feel, and I want to have it firm because I'm going to slice the biscuits before I roll them. Here they are, out the fridge and ready to be sliced. There you go, there's 12, so each roll will make 12 biscuits, so I'll have 36. I'll probably have to do another batch. Now, here's the quirky thing about these biscuits. I am now going to put a dent in them, and I occasionally have to put a wee bit of flour on the end of my spoon, but in general they'll come out just fine. Now these will go in the oven at 180 degrees for about 15 minutes, and after 10 minutes I will be opening the oven door and I will re-dent the biscuit, as obviously they will rise, and it won't do them any harm. I've done it before, believe me, and it's really lovely for the end product. And while you're waiting, there's a big cleanup. Well, it wasn't really big, was it? It didn't need a lot of things. So I've got these ones ready, it's another 14. So I've actually got 40. So it depends on how big or small you make them, I suppose. So we're just waiting now. Let's have a look. Oh yes, oh aren't they cute? I will have to pop those holes again in a minute. Now, just opened the oven door and let the heat escape for a minute. Just pull the tray forward. Now you can see that the indents are somewhat disappearing. So I just, this way, you create, get rid of that vacuum or whatever. Now that was a warm job. I got all hot and bothered. It was quite hot above that door and the heat is, the oven is still on. Now because my oven is sometimes a bit temperamental, that the back and the front temperatures are not equal, even though it's a fan, I then turn my tray around, and I do that with just about everything I cook, except for things like casserole. But baking, anyway, I turn about 2/3 of the way during the cook. So I'm just waiting them to finish their cycle and pop the second lot in the oven. And here they are. Now, they're not meant to be brown biscuits. You might think, oh, they're too pale, but the whole idea is that they actually look very festive with colour on the inside, and that's what the hole is for. Now, they are light brown, they're just slightly tinted, but that's all they need. Well, at a 38, so that's not bad. And I'll let them cool, and then I will fill them with my blueberry jam. Yes, I've started on the fiddly stuff now, and it is a bit fiddly, but it doesn't take long though. Now, just tell me, they've got to look Christmassy. For the pretty bit, you can put nuts in there or chocolate or whatever. I even thought of getting M&Ms and putting those in there, but anyway, so you can fill it with whatever you like. So in the meantime, because it's Christmas, I have also got some white frosting and green coconut. Now the white frosting is, all I'm going to do is just drizzle some around the jam and then sprinkle a bit of green coconut on it, just for that Christmassy look. Almost done. Right, the last of the coconut to our neighbours. Knock on their doors and give them their edible Christmas card. It's taste test time. Just taking my coffee and my taste Vicky to my woman cave, from one happy place to another. Now, here I go. There. Now, what do you think of that? I love the flavour. It is perfect. And then that yummy jam filling. Absolutely worth making. I'm enjoying that one. When I first started doing giveaway edibles, I used to wrap them up. Used to find all sorts of ways to make it pretty or whatever. And, you know, today we need to think about our environment. And what I do now is I put them on a large tray and I cover them up with a cloth. And that's what I do to save the environment from more mess. So there's the thought. Well, that went well. Hold on. See? Well, that was fun. So last night or between about 5 and 7, we called round to various neighbours and knocked on the door, and they received their Christmas greeting, which was very well received. But I made sure I had a few too, so I did make extra, because my husband happens to like a nice snack with his coffee as well. So maybe it's too late for you to do it for Christmas, but you know, it's never a wrong time to spoil your friends and neighbours. So just remember that whenever you get the feeling you want to do something good in the world today. So from my kitchen to yours, have a very Merry Christmas.